We're going to talk about Tank Davis and some tweets he released yesterday about his upcoming fight with Rolly Romero. Basically saying that the only reason why they want him to fight this clown is because his contract is up with Mayweather Promotions. Some people went on to say that they're glad that Tank Davis is waking up and recognizing that Mayweather Promotions is holding him back. Now, what I have to say about that at this point in time, when it comes to keeping Gervonta Davis in-house, truthfully, when you look at the landscape, Mayweather Promotions is not doing anything different than what Top Rank has been doing. And as far as Gervonta Tank Davis and Mayweather Promotions, there's no place else for Tank Davis to go, because in all honesty, Tank Davis wouldn't be where he's at today if it was not for Mayweather Promotions and the likes of Mayweather. Simply due to the fact that not only does Tank Davis has a good skill set and is the most exciting fighter in boxing right now, arguably with some, every boxer goes through a development stage with the promotion, and they're not going to put you in there over your head, especially when you're the only real star or the only one moving the needle in that promotional company. And when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis, this guy is the second biggest star in boxing, if not the biggest star in boxing. I say with Canelo Alvarez is a little bit of a technicality because he has a country behind him, and as we have been shown, all Mexicans support Mexicans no matter what. Okay, and that's a little bit of an advantage when it comes to the boxing world, especially since the majority of the fan base tends to be Latino or Mexican. But that puts Gervonta Tank Davis in a league all his own, because he does that without really a support of a country. He's simply just getting all his props because of what he's doing inside the ring. But the reason why Gervonta Davis has had so many eyes on him from Jump Street is simply because of Floyd Mayweather. Now, because people dislike Floyd Mayweather, of course they want to see him lose. If they can't see him lose, the next best thing was to see Gervonta Tank Davis lose. That's why they were so eager to push Gervonta Tank Davis towards Vasily Lomachenko. Even though at the time Vasily Lomachenko was turning down other fights because he claimed he was chasing Undisputed, and at the time Tank Davis and Vasily Lomachenko were in two different weight classes. I've touched on this before. But when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis, at this point, he has to see the formula that they have put in front of him is working. Even I had to admit that I've been unsatisfied with some of the opponents that Gervonta Tank Davis has fought. But I also have recognized when Gervonta Tank Davis has fought good opponents, but they just wasn't big names. Gervonta Davis really doesn't get credit for his development. Those who are deep into boxing, they see it and they know it, but from the casual fan, they can't really pick up on it. But Tank is pure entertainment for boxing. He is the closest thing that you have to a modern Mike Tyson, okay? And I don't think he would fit under no other promotional company. So Mayweather Promotions, being signed with Mayweather Promotions, has helped him out tremendously, and being involved with Floyd Mayweather has helped him out tremendously, because whether they got eyes on you because they're a fan, or whether they got eyes on you because they dislike you or dislike Floyd Mayweather, at the end of the day, that translates to some residuals. So it's a win-win at the end of the day, no matter how you look at it. It's kind of like when they say there's no such thing as bad publicity. Okay? Now, Tank Davis, at this point in time, I think it is time for him to step in that arena and get some of those star-studded names so he can start racking it up. But you have to know, with the people who don't like Mayweather and Mayweather Promotions, Tank could fight almost any and everybody. It's never going to come with any credit. You know, how do you know that? Because Floyd fought the best, yet the whole world pretends like he hasn't fought the best. Yet nobody has fought more world champions than him to date, and nobody has beat more pound-for-pound fighters than him to date. And them is all just facts. So, with that being said, Gervonta Davis went on to say about fighting top-tier competition. He went on to say that as far as the top four, he doesn't see none of them fighting any top competition. So what are people talking about? But he says he's going to start racking up those star-studded names sometime around next year. I couldn't see the formula at first, but at the tail end, I started to pick up on what Mayweather Promotions was doing, and I think that they actually, as far as residual business-wise, they have actually done a great job with Gervonta Tank Davis. And, you know, you could tell that by the position that he's in. So when he says his contract is up, I don't think there's nowhere else that he can go. Mayweather, you know, when he signed him, he promised he'll get him title shots and this and that. And for the most part, Mayweather has done everything that he said that he was going to do for Gervonta Tank Davis. The only thing Gervonta Tank Davis got to do at this point is keep winning. Now he gets some names around that, and then I mean the kid's already a star. You know, he's already a pay-per-view star. Celebrities love Tank. Everybody loves Tank. Mike Tyson loves Tank. And even though Tank might not be fighting some of the people that you think that he should fight, one thing's for sure, you cannot say his fights are boring. His fights are entertaining. Everybody goes to a Gervonta Tank Davis fight expecting to see a knockout, just like Mike Tyson. I don't think nobody else has that aura besides Deontay Wilder. And, you know, people love knockouts. So I think when people say that Mayweather Promotions is messing up his career and keeping him in-house, those are people who in all actuality, they just want to see Gervonta Tank Davis lose. That's really what that's about. They just want to put him in a position to lose. Because at times people tell you Canelo's too young to do this and too young to do that. They was trying to get Gervonta Tank Davis to fight Vasily Lomachenko when he just had like 14, 15 fights, you know? And if they can recognize at one point in time that Canelo Alvarez was too young to fight Floyd Mayweather, then why can't that apply to other boxers? Maybe they feel that he has not developed the proper skill set yet to for them to be confident to put him in the ring with certain people, you know, without taking a huge risk. So like I said, if it's okay for Canelo to be too young and that's the excuse for him to lose the fight, then why can't anybody else develop their fighters with the same kind of mentality? It's all contradiction in boxing, and it's all biasness in boxing. But nonetheless, I was a huge Gervonta Davis critic, and now I am a huge Gervonta Davis fan because I see the formula. I see what they're doing with him, and it's smart. And as far as Rolly Romero goes, well, they didn't just pick Rolly Romero because he's in-house. There's a lot of in-house boxers that they could have got for Gervonta Tank Davis, and nothing's wrong with keeping the money all in-house if you can do it. Hell, I would do the same. But when it comes to Rolly Romero, it goes back to what I said about characters in boxing. They need somebody who's going to help carry and help promote the fight. When you're a character, you're going to get deals and you're going to get fights like that. That's why I say it's important to show your personality. So he strictly got in that position, not because of what Rolly Romero does inside the ring. It's because of how he acts outside of the ring. He's a damn character. So at the end of the day, that was smart business. It may not please all the boxing fans, but I'll tell you what, name me one person that's not going to watch it. I'm going to watch it. I'm a hardcore boxing fan. I don't really like some of the opponents that Gervonta Tank Davis has fought, but nonetheless, I'm going to tune in, and nonetheless, I'm going to pay for it. Why? Because I know it's going to be an entertaining fight, and I want to see a knockout. And at the end of the day, this game is about entertainment, and if you delivering entertainment at the end of the day, that's what wins. You can't say that's not what wins when you got people like Jake Paul in boxing, because at the end of the day, it's just entertainment. So Gervonta Tank Davis has been winning under Mayweather Promotions, and I don't see another promotional company that can do him any justice or any better than what Mayweather Promotions has done. And if he's feeling that way, then go ahead and venture out and do something else, and he'll be sadly mistaken, and that'll be one of his biggest mistakes of his career, in my opinion. But nonetheless, I think Mayweather Promotions has done a good job in developing him and making him into a star. Nobody can deny that, because hence he's the second biggest or the biggest star in boxing as far as an American boxer, period. There's nobody over Tank. Like I said, when they did the Forbes list of the most, what did they say? the Forbes list for the most the most marketable fighters, it was only 3. Anthony Joshua, Canelo Alvarez, and Gervonta Tank Davis. And like I said, 2 of the men have a country behind them, you know? So it's very easy to scale those heights when you have the support of a whole country. The reason why boxing died in America, because boxing in America is not really supported anymore. So Gervonta Tank Davis, as far as becoming a star and becoming one of the big names in boxing, they have done a good job with that, you know, and I look forward to him actually putting on the names now, because now I think he's ready. I seen development in Gervonta Tank Davis in his last 3 fights, and he had to overcome adversity in a couple of those fights. So I think he's good with Mayweather Promotions. He keep doing what he's doing. I see the formula. I now understand what they're doing with him, and I'm tuned in to Tank Davis, and he's one of my favorite fighters. So in the future, we'll see, but that's my opinion on this. I'm out.